and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today for the continuation of our psychic interview series. Today I'm going to be interviewing our wonderful psychic Grace, who's been working on the Absolute Soul Secrets Network for more than 10 years. Wow, that's a long time. So it's really fascinating because Grace has a very special connection with angels, and she's quite a powerful clairvoyant. So I'll be very interested to hear what Grace has got to say about her experiences with angels. Hello and welcome, Grace. Lovely to have you here today.
Yeah, hello, Rose. Thank you for inviting me today. And we have a lot of angels with us, actually, around. I can sort of feel their wings.
I often think there's more angels on Earth than there are people, thankfully.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Tell us more about angels.
Well, they are more than sort of beings with wings, although metaphorically it's lovely to sort of think of the wings and them opening up. That will open up your heart. But they represent the next stage of evolution for Earth angels. So we are developing into those angelic qualities. They're messengers of God, so they will help us in all situations, and they'll bring in that harmony and their qualities as well. They work through certain energies, so they're in nature a lot as well. You can really connect with them through nature.
Right. So with people who are evolving here on planet Earth, do you feel like the angelic presence comes into your own body and you can feel it?
It's sort of activated, yeah. So I do have a lot of Earth angels who are clients. So they are sort of moving into that new stage of evolution into 5D reality, a living reality. With the angels, very sort of we're the caretakers. So I'm always sort of dealing with Earth angels on the line who might sort of be dealing with a lot of narcissism. It's sort of what we're sort of helping to heal at the moment. So that is quite a distorted energy, so that you can call on the angels to help if you're in a situation where there's that narcissistic dynamic, which can feel quite sort of confusing. How a narcissist will sort of communicate is very undermining, to say the least. So they tend to be in sort of those situations a lot, the angels, to help and assist. Okay.
So in situations where there's sort of like that Plutonian manipulation and control and domination of another person, that's the ideal time to call on angels to help.
Yep, that's right. They will bring in that harmonizing, and Earth angels tend to want to convince, they want to help, but sometimes we just need to walk away from narcissistic dynamics just to glide on by, really.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, it's very important to know when you have to do that and to put a firm boundary. And so that's the thing about Michael the Archangel. He's very good at firm boundaries, you know. Yeah, if you're having trouble saying no or standing up for yourself or being assertive, Michael the Archangel can be really powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so always bring in Archangel Michael and his blue light and his sword of truth, because they will bring in that armor as well, that spiritual armor. So you've got your shield and your sword as well. Also, Joan of Arc can come in too as well with her. It's the Jerusalem cross, but she has a shield as well and a sword. So it's more that feminine energy coming in to assist with Archangel Michael as well in those times, because we're all sort of helping to clear that sort of energy at the moment.
Right, right. Yeah, I've never thought much about it, but when you say that, I can feel a little vibration around St. Joan of Arc. So
yeah, she's beautiful. A lot of my clients do carry that energy. So if you do have that sort of energy of Joan of Arc, you're very much about justice, social justice. But you can also bring in that sort of martyr as well. So this lifetime, we're not sort of martyring ourselves, and it is sometimes just walking away from situations, not getting involved, but knowing there will be a time as well where there will be that justice for the world.
Cool, that sounds really cool. And can you share some angelic experiences that you've had?
Yes, sometimes on the line, angels will come in. So I did have an angel in training who came in a few weeks ago to a reading. So I've actually been working with him through that because he's sort of shadowing me on the line because he's training to be an angel. But he was, in his last life, he was an American Air Force pilot, and he was flying over Sydney in the First World War, and he got shot down. So he had his parachute, but his injuries were too bad. He didn't make it through. But he found that he sort of got lost. He was a bit of a lost soul when I first came across him. So he'd got his wings in his sort of physical life, but he was actually training to be an angel. So that's why when I was talking to a client, he sort of saw our light. So he came in, and this parachute, it's called the parachute metaphor now. So we can sort of hold on to things sometimes, and we're not, so it's not easy to let go. And he'd sort of been lost because he was holding on to his parachute. And he couldn't move to the light. He couldn't see because this parachute, the metaphor of the parachute, was stopping him from moving forward. And he wanted to be an angel. He was getting his wings, you know, but he did get lost. So through the reading, he actually did make it to heaven. He met his meeters and greeters, and then he was free to come back and continue his training to be an angel himself. So he's an angel in training, but he will help if it's difficult to let go of situations or emotions that sometimes you don't want to, it's appropriate, but sometimes it is hard to let go, and so it can sort of free up your energy.
Yeah, wonderful. Because we're in a real sense, like we're all angels in training in a real sense. There's always new situations that come along that we've never done before.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, it'll help with that. So you get your parachute, so you get your safety net, but also you let go of anything that's holding you back as well. So he sort of harmonizes situations. But if anyone wants to call on him, he's very happy to come in and help. So he likes being out in nature. So if you're out in nature, call on him and imagine an aeroplane up in the sky and then him coming down with his parachute open, and then he sort of lands in front of you, and he speaks in an American accent. So if you manage that sort of your serviceman, and you can sort of dialogue with him, chat to him. He'll walk along your side and chat to you about whatever the situation is, and he'll help you and support you with that.
Right. And do we have a name to call on?
His name is Lieutenant Ryan.
Lieutenant Ryan. Okay, wonderful. Okay.
And he's got that American accent. He's quite a handsome man.
I'll keep my eye out.
Yeah. And he gives you your wings. You do sort of, you feel quite light after he sort of come into your energy field. So you get your wings with him. So he sort of brings in that harmony, so you can fly in sort of situations. He'll clear distortion, so you can see things that you might not have wanted to see, but he helps you to see the truth. So in that way, we'll work with Archangel Michael. So you get that sword of truth coming down as well. So, but he's quite an easy angel to work with. He's very
and easy on the eye helps.
He's very easy on the eye, yeah. And if you just like that physical movement of just saluting will sort of bring in his energy as well.
Okay, and it makes you want to sort of stand upright.
Yeah, he's very upright. Yeah. Yes.
Well, it's been fascinating talking to you today, Grace. It's just amazing how, the conversation just takes on its own energy and goes where it wants to go, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. So that's sort of what happens with the angels. If you bring them in, you've got a meeting at work, you're feeling a bit nervous, bring in the angels and it'll help sort of with that flow as well.
Yes, wonderful. All right, so I'd love to get you back again sometime to do another video. Perhaps, we can talk more about angels or something else, whatever's on your mind.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rose. It's been lovely talking to you today.
And lovely talking to you too, Grace. Have a wonderful time over the next few weeks, and I'll see you again soon.
Okay, thanks, Rose. See you.
Bye.